menu and what a dish. The dash of color here. No. This is the splash of color. The dash of color hiding there. And there's also a little bit of color here. So welcome to Before You Starstorm. And I have to say, some people who I've known for a very, very long time, some who are in the hearts of so many people, some whose heart skips a beat when they see some people. So it works always. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me.
So happy to be here.
Thank you,
Tanuj, thank you, brother. But like I said, the dash of color you're carrying so well.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
This is the biggest change that I have seen in the last 5-7 years of society in our country. And OTT has helped that change, that people are accepting of everything. People are allowing themselves to have everything. If I had worn pink shoes 10 years ago, they would have said, you know what they would have said.
Yes, absolutely.
If you'd worn these colors a few years ago, they would have said, you what?
Yeah.
You also headlining a show like Codem, second year in a row, she's back. There's no he in any single title anywhere.
Yeah.
7 years ago, they would have said, what are you doing? Yeah. That day, the lone crusader in those days was Vidya Balan. Yeah. Same producer, of course, Ekta once again.
That's so true.
We've come in a very different age. Do you really feel that, or do you think that it's just being shown like that?
No, I think the change to a large extent is extremely real. Yeah. And thank God for that, because that was horrible and suffocating, right? I mean, like, because men and women...
you felt like you were making a statement by wearing a pink t-shirt, and you were like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably Saif is the guy who made like, wearing pink and baby blue cool, and that's when everyone's like, okay, it's gone mainstream. If we can do it in a Dharma film or a YRF film, maybe we can. And then we started getting those clothes out of our closets.
Right? I mean, how we had to stay stuck in what was acceptable for the last 100 years.
I think also because there was no awareness. I mean, I won't call it good, bad, whatever. You know, there is a gradual shift in our understanding also. You know, we were conditioned a certain way. Yeah. We were living with the society that was thinking a certain way. You know, now with the millennials coming in and with the access to internet, you know, your information is on your fingertips right now. So it's so much easier now. Earlier there was, you know, you do A, B, C, D, E, F. Now we can go from A to M or wherever, you know, now. So that's because there is a shift in consciousness. There is a shift in awareness. Everything is so, information is so readily, so accessible. So
and there are enough people that like and dislike, and it's fine.
And that's fine. And you can agree to disagree about a bunch of things.
Everybody today has an opinion on everything. Yeah. Okay?
Like I didn't like Spider-Man, and we were talking
there you go. I love Spider-Man.
Yeah. Everybody did, except me. But
yes.
That's okay.
And I also feel in like society, no matter then or now, we've always been slaves to conditioning.
Yes.
So it's because of the conditioning. Today the conditioning has changed. Yeah. Today our horizons have broadened, because, you know, we see there's a whole new world out there, be it in our line of work or just overall, and hence I think people are a whole lot more accepting. So I hope we continue.
I was having a very interesting chat with Jaideep. You know, I think Jaideep Alawad is somehow been one of those people that was there on the fringe, broke through. Yes. Now, he told me, Salil, that the biggest advantage for all of us and disadvantage was what probably would have taken 5-7 years more in Indian OTT. Because of the pandemic, everything exploded. Every Indian suddenly became a PhD in everything, because they actually had, for the first time in their life, watched everything.
Absolutely.
So suddenly what happened was, an actor suddenly had to come out and say, which is why a lot of people say that films pre-pandemic were different.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true. It is so true.
But he said also that also puts a little tingle in each actor. What choice aap log bana rahe ho?
Correct.
Yeah.
Should I redo part 2?
Correct.
We'll come to that with you.
Correct.
How should I do this? Recently a show of yours, Tandoor, did very well. You got an award for it as well. So I'm saying you have to start thinking, yes or no. Should I do part 2 there, part 3 here? Should I do a series? Is it now a little bit more tougher?
I think for me personally, I have always been very, very conscious of what work I do, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, or whenever. You know me for so many years now. Coming from TV, when we all began TV, we didn't really have a choice. We were just running from one set to the other.
You're lucky that we had there, we could party.
Exactly. It was all about that, you know. We didn't know what we were doing. At least for me, I was so young that time. I learned acting on the job. And when it's when I reached Behad, which is 2016 or 17, when I really understood what is this that I'm doing, what is this craft, what is this, there was awareness for me happened then, you know, and then I started enjoying the process. And since then, I think I know that whatever choices I make, that's why I don't do a lot of work, because I don't want to do work just for the heck of it. You know, I want to do roles that I am remembered for. I I want to be a good actor. I know this sounds very cliched. I don't want to be a star and I just want to be an actor. But it's true for me because...
No, it's not true because you're a star.
But that has also... I have worked
Yeah,
for so long and now I feel is that time when I want to do what I want to do, not something that I have to do. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always been... I mean, at least for the past 5-6 years, it's been that I will only do something that either it challenges me, either I learn something from it. And when Kodam was offered to me season 1, that was when I was making that transition, trying to make that transition from TV to OTT, right? And this was offered to me. 2-3 things came into my mind. Firstly, my TV debut was with Balaji. Then for Balaji to offer me my OTT debut, I was like, come on now, you know, can't get better than this. Then to play a character who's in the armed forces. Then to play a character who's Kodam. This is Monica's show. You know, I'm not. I had no. Why would I say no to it? There was no two ways about that. And again, and the way it was received, I swear to God, we did not expect the show to do so well. None of us did.
You would have thought it was a niche show.
I mean, you're always cautiously optimistic and hopeful and stuff, but I mean, it was a sleeper hit and it went on for months, you know, like also because of social media today, you get so much feedback, you know, like, you know, unfiltered, unbridled feedback. So you know exactly not just whether they're liking the show or not, but what they're liking, what they're not liking, and it's great because like you conduct a SWOT analysis when you do a subsequent season, and you're like, okay, isko hata do, isko kam karo, isko zyada karo, and then you can kind of mold it accordingly, you know.
Yeah, your career's been like a slow, like fast burn. How should I put it that way?
Yeah.
It sort of takes off, then flares up.
It was like the end of a roller coaster first. Then when everyone said, the ride is over, go home, then it came back to life.
But that's how almost everyone's career is, except that he's exaggerating the time span. It happened in a very short span.
Well, it felt like eternity.
For every actor, I guess it does. When you're hitting it back, you know, are you now also a little bit more, how should I say, more grateful for sense of stardom and sense of...
I am a lot hungrier today. I'm a lot more disciplined today, and I'm a lot more grateful today. I felt there was a certain, hey, listen, I'm so-and-so's son. I'm just going to go there and I'll romance the heroine, I'll run around trees, I'll beat up the bad guys, I'll ride a bike and everything's going to be great, and that's how it's done. And
still continues actually sometimes. It still continues.
and I don't think I put in the effort that was required of this profession. And after falling on my face a bunch of times, I realized that, hey, listen, you know, you either go hard or you stay home. There is no middle path. You can't just like show up. This is not a normal 9-to-5 job. You can't just put in your time. You have to make every minute, every shot, every scene that you're in count. You know, some work, some don't, but you don't fail for lack of trying. So,
well, this is working, man. You know, kudos to you. It's always how you pick yourself up and how you come back in. That's the way it runs. I suddenly feel very left out and plain, even though there's a dash of pink below. But Jennifer, absolutely. You know, I've known her for as long as my television career is, or was 17, 18 years. I'm one of the only superstars that we had in television that ran by the name Jennifer and still succeeded in the Hindi film industry, television industry.
But people still ask me today, can you speak Hindi? Do you speak Hindi properly? I'm like, I've been doing television since like I can remember. How can you even ask me that question? And then
they still can't get Salil right. Salil?
Sahil, no? They'll call you Sahil.
Ankola, the bowler called me Sahil.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's crazy. So that's fine. You know, so I think there's certain bits that are stuck in the head. And in Hindi cinema, Jenny was always Braganza ki wife.
Of course. Jenny darling, you know, Jenny ke paas money hai, sona hai, and all of that.
And now Jenny's got a gun.
And
you're super comfortable with that also. Like sometimes action you can do, sometimes you can't feel like you're comfortable with it. This is something that had become second nature to you.
I mean, I wouldn't call it second nature, but that was the idea. We can all do rigorous training sessions and try to get it right, but the idea is to look effortless while doing it, especially when you're playing, you know, a character from the an actor, a person from the armed forces. So that was the idea during season 1. And for me, never having done action before, I was nervous. I was so excited. I remember I had recorded all my action training sessions, and I used to come back and watch it. You know.
Gun
लग
कैसे
तो
करना
रहा
है?
है, but how is it looking? You know, I'm holding it, but how is it looking? The idea is for it to look effortless and.
And
बहुत
man,
मजा
I also
आया
say, you
यार.
know, to a lot of people, when you're firing a gun, it's not like it's just like.
No, it's
not like
not,
that.
guys,
It's not an
not.
air pistol.
Yes,
It's proper.
exactly.
There's a recoil.
It's not chor police.
Of course. But I think slowly, gradually, I really started enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because this is something that I had not done before. You know what I mean? And I used to always cry. The actor used to hold the gun and say, "मैं तुम्हें बचाऊंगा," and I'd be like, but for me to do that was so
Tables have turned.
Yeah.
And wow, that gun is now an extension of an arm, you know. Yeah.
But it's looking very good.
Yeah.
I like your look also. You know, there's some people who don't look great on screen, look great in real life.
Right.
तुम्हारा दोनों same है यार. You look great, हाँ दोनों. It's very difficult sometimes. Right?
Yeah.
People say, like people tell me, sir, आप real life में थोड़ा better लगते हैं screen में.
They see it like you're paying a compliment, you know. So you don't know, यार ये तो कह के देना अभी क्या करूँ?
Makeup artist से तो क्या लोपापति कर रहा है मेरे face. But with you it works very well. Do you think that's worked for you also on screen? Looks.
I mean, I guess
Do you
it
think
has.
you got this also because of looks? I know Ekta likes looks a lot.
You're gonna have to ask Ekta ma'am that I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, we obviously like sit and brainstorm. Okay, how do you think this character should look? Should he be beefy? Should he be lean? Like so many things. Because you start with the physicality and you start going internal, right? So whether it's our director Akshay, whether it's Ekta ma'am, whether it's Samar Khan, all of us, we sit together because we're all going to be inhabiting that same world.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we did. And I think between season 1 and season 2, we just merely tweaked Angad's character. We didn't need anything really like, you know, earth-shattering and all that because it's
not a new
continuation of
person.
it. It's not a new person, you
Exactly.
know. A lot of times, you know, like when I'm watching a show and I'm like, why have they changed the entire like look of this character? I don't identify with this person anymore. You know, like you do it if you need to.
Yeah.
On a Breaking Bad, a Walter White can do it because it ties into the story.
Yeah,
But just new season to new look. So
And also that show a sufficient amount of time. Yeah, you can't start it like 1 or 2 years later and say they suddenly aged tremendously.
Yeah.
This girl on set, you know, there's this vibe that the both of you all have.
Yeah.
But it's not like this is a hasta khilta hua show.
No.
So,
He's the only hasta khilta hua insan on this set because I am in all these scenes, you know, so I have to be in that zone and I have to be.
Do the
But
lines and everything,
The minute
yeah?
he comes on the set.
Tell him about season 1 when you were shooting in Rajasthan and you had a really hectic day na, in that nasty gully.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
just
yeah.
showed up.
Yeah, and he comes on the set. La 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 la. Hey, what's up? Hey, क्या हो रहा है? क्या हो रहा है? क्या हो रहा है? क्या हो रहा है? खाना पिया दिया, हंसा वसा गया, चला गया. क्या किया? Did you shoot? No. No, I guess
And then
I'm shot finished.
the World Cup was on that
And
time, so I'm like,
he
listen,
narrates it better,
there's a
sorry, I
match
can-
on and all, so why don't you come? We'll chill, we'll watch the game, we'll do some masti and stuff. So she comes and she opens the door and she's like fully tanned, huh? And in my head I'm like, oh my God. She looks like a baboon. What happened to her today? She's so beautiful. What happened? And thank God I didn't ask her aloud because I just met her. You know, 1 chamach, 2 chamach she would have given me. I would have also looked like a baboon then.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
And where were we? Jodhpur, Jaipur?
जोधपुर और मेरे जितने भी सीन्स है उसने कहा तो एसी है कहा पे इट वाज इंडोर वहाँ पे
I
फैन
used
है
to
वहाँ पे
wait for him
एनाकोंडा
to
है
come on
चलो
the set because he was the only respite because the scenes with him were light and funny and you know just easy breezy because all my scenes were like fighting
Boom.
and you know
I think
serious
this
and all
time
of
around
that.
we did try to like recapture that lightning in the bottle thing but at the same time it was overall a lot more intense firstly because of COVID man because there's that
Yeah.
constant
you've got this hanging on your head, yeah.
so it's there you know like okay every time someone coughs
I mean,
Even now, man.
I
she had COVID 2 days before we started
2
shoot.
days before starting shoot for
Yeah.
season 2, I got to know I have COVID and I was, you know how you're mentally prepared कि 2 दिन के बाद shoot है and
she
come
was
on.
left, right, center, she really wanted to get right, you know, because she's coming back to this role that's given her so much love from so many people, and then you're positive.
I was so heartbroken.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so heartbroken.
But then the good thing is on the 10th day you realize अब दोबारा हो नहीं सकता है. It's cool.
हाँ, अभी नहीं.
I have antibodies, I'm
the
for this
safest
entire
person. Bring it on.
Yeah, so that was...
Okay, season 2, not so many successful seasons have happened anywhere with season 2. Now, yes, I've realized now that certain seasons 2s, by the second episode if there's a decent thing, they've already announced season 3
Yeah.
and 4. वो जल्दबाजी में जैसे वो पहले फिल्मों में करते थे.
Right.
What's the feel that you're getting out of this? You're going to get,
I mean, I don't know.
since you don't
man.
rush in.
I don't know. I mean, we have to wait and watch to see what audience's reaction is to the episode. The trailer response has been great,
That I saw.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
you get a certain
I'm
feel.
very nervous
No,
because
yeah.
you know what they
I
say?
haven't seen the episode.
Why?
I haven't. I
we
only
haven't
dubbed
seen the
for
episode,
it.
only what
We
we've dubbed for.
I want to watch
but
it
I
with
am personally
everyone.
very nervous because I have been in this situation before where some of my shows have gone to season 2 and you know people come and tell me, season 1 तो चल गया, ये नहीं चला तो लोग बोलेंगे कि वो तुक्का है.
But he
fluke
also
था.
has so many shows he's doing now. I only have this one show
No,
that
but
I'm doing
but
at
you're the
moment.
face of the show, yeah. You got this. But
ये नहीं चला तो
no,
दूसरा
but
चल
so I
जाएगा.
am so very nervous. I'm trying to be all like cool and stuff and all, but I'm super nervous right now because I'm like I love doing Codem. I want to do lots more Codem. I don't want it to just end over here. I love working with her. I love working with this entire team. I love the fact that these are substantial stories which don't just, it's not just normal drama or thriller. Even in season 1, I mean, we spoke about so many important things like we were discussing. You know, like when my
Today's
character...
Ekta's birthday, isn't it?
Yes!
Yes, it
Why?
is.
Announce season 3 now.
Birthday to you!
Ekta, when this is happening, it was your birthday.
It was your birthday,
Yeah.
yes.
So they've not seen it. Listen, she wants number 3 for sure. So if you can afford,
Wow.
that we'll do it. He's anyway got 2-3 other shows. He'll want that. Now that 10% contract is not there. Season 3 mein toh any amount can be negotiated. Huh? I'm just asking a question. So this is a good return gift, Ekta, for that. I haven't been to your birthday party for many years. You can also invite me. There's no problem.
Yeah. I love it.
What timing, huh? But it's always pressure when that happens. Now, cinema and OTT is the same for me now. There is no difference in watching a big film,
Yeah.
watching a big mounted show. That little magic of cinema.
It's missing largely.
I don't know. It's about whether it's missing.
It's
For me,
changed.
it's different
It's
now.
changed.
But have your friends and family sort of got used to the fact that a serial, in their mind, and OTT still means serial, is so large and big and is like my parents say, this a lot of money is being spent on this show.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. So that's the biggest differentiator between Hollywood, Bollywood, and
Yeah.
say OTT. That's
Yeah,
what they think.
yeah.
It's the same now. Do you think?
I think even if you see Hollywood shows now, okay, you see the way they've been mounted. You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the way they are so much, they're better than films. You know,
Yeah,
the kind of films that we've seen recently, they're so much better than the
Yeah.
films. And I watch a lot of shows, and even with Indian content, and I was just telling somebody, my brother, you know, my brother has never seen a single show of mine, TV show, not a single one. And when Kodam season 1 happened, he called me and he said, you know, I saw all the episodes and I loved it.
Wow.
So that was something for me, that was really something, you know, that, and so yeah, I mean, for normal audience, okay, see, that's why TV still has the widest reach
Always.
even today.
Yeah, yeah.
Even today, no matter what kind of work is happening there, it still has the widest reach. It does not have that the progressive content that we want to watch or we want to be a part of. Or wo hoga bhi nahi, because you also know the audience, you know, it's very
But we
different.
also take a different setting as well.
Different setting also because, you know, you're doing a show for 1 year.
Yeah.
It's not a...
You
it's
become
not
part
a-
of their family because you're
exactly.
playing in their
You are
living
the,
room,
you
bedroom
every
every day.
at 8:30 every night, you are part of their family.
Yeah.
It's the character. You,
Right,
you
right.
become a part of their family. In a web show, that's not the case. That's why, obviously, then the budgets are better, it's mounted better, and the story is better because you know, yahan shuru hoga, yahan middle hoga, yahan khatam hoga.
Which is why you can shoot one scene in the AC and then go back into the hotel room. Yeah.
Not all
In
of us.
television, no.
वो मेरे contract में है.
AC गाड़ी
भाग
में
दौड़
कौन
मोनिका मेरा
रहेगा?
कर दिए. हाँ. Finally criminal को मैं पकड़ता हूँ.
This is going to be something to see, actually, the age of 2022, as I call it, because so many shows will either see season 3s and 4s, or they're going to see a new wave. You know, it's so tough to find out how to stay relevant in this current world.
Yep.
I, as a person who's interviewing artists, I am shocked at the number of shows that we are interviewing.
know, man,
17 in the month.
Are you
That is
serious?
17. To date, this is the 10th in the month, and we are on the
Wow.
7th. So my question is, out of 17, you can't have 17 super hits.
Of course not.
And if you do have 17 super hits, how does it sort of gauge in? So, you know, here there is no indicator unless you get a direct message. Now, you'll have your fans. You have your army of fans.
Yeah.
They're going to like something that is even
course.
okay-ish.
Yeah.
How do you know? Is there a confidant, some people that actually come and give you an actual picture?
Yeah.
If you get more
Absolutely.
work from the work, then you know.
Like that?
Yeah, no, she's actually spot on, yeah. And of course, I mean, we all have our inner circle, friends, family, people whose word and whose views really count and stuff. So you have to fall back on that. You know, sometimes it gets a bit heady, you know, like sometimes, according to me, even some of my not very good shows have done well and I'm like, what, wait, how? This is unhealthy because I'm going to start losing perspective.
Yeah. And you're just sort of getting it back right now.
Yeah.
So I think that helps.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I think in this current day and age, we should just assume everything is a super hit because you know,
it depends where they hold the success party.
Listen, films don't.
If they keep it at Yahari Road and stuff in one chotu place, that means ki nahi chali hai. If they keep it at the ballroom at Taj, it means boom, Shankar, we've got this in the bag, and that has happened with me.
My God, that is so true.
Yeah.
I have success interviews on the third day of the film. He's celebrating the success on the third day of the
I have
film.
recorded success messages before the show has even come out. I'm not even joking, yeah.
Now I could. That's why I stopped reviewing films because before I would see it, we said, "Can we do 3.5 or 4?" Because 3 is looking very less. I said, "I haven't even seen it."
Yeah.
Man. And you wind up next day with 5.
Yeah.
That's why this whole sham
हाँ,
of
अगली
number
बार
of
में आप आधा
stars.
star घटा लेना, इसमें आधा डाल देना. Yeah, it's become like
Yeah, but they don't. None of them get paid for it anyway.
Yeah.
So till the next time, I'm going to see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so
I never
much.
feel like I'm
Lovely
having
chatting with
like a work conversation with you. It's always
you. It's
fun.
so fun
you, brother.
chatting with
Thank
you.
you.
Always.
And like I said, take care. Koram 2 it is. Let's announce season 3 soon enough. Keeps everyone in the money. Let's put it that way.